Good morning, students. Hope you are doing fine. Today's topic is primary markets. So today we will discuss about the role of primary markets, and also we will be able to analyze after this class the flotation methods used by various companies. Okay, so let us start. First, recall the structure of financial markets. Financial markets are of two types, capital and money markets. Now, capital markets are again classified into two, primary markets and secondary markets. Primary markets are what? Today, we will talk about primary markets. Now, primary markets means the market for issue of securities, could be shares, debentures, bonds, by new companies or new issues of securities by existing companies to investors. So it basically deals with new securities which are issued in the market for the first time. So what happens here? The transfer of investable funds from savers to entrepreneurs. So direct capital formation is happening. Now, these funds are used by the companies for many very reasons, like for the new projects, expansion, diversification, could be modernization of existing projects, mergers, takeovers, many more. So, reasons could be different. Now, let us see what all methods are used by the company to bring the shares in the primary market. For the first time they are bringing, so it has to be through primary market. The first method is offered through prospectus. Here, the company invites subscription from the public through issue of prospectus. What is prospectus? It it makes a direct appeal to investors to raise capital through an advertisement in newspapers and magazines, and the content of this prospectus should be accordance with the Company Act and SEBI guidelines. Now if you see, check this on screen, here's a small cutting from the prospectus of DMart. When DMart brought the shares in the market, DMart, most of you must be heard of this name. It's a supermarket chain in India. Yes. So they wanted to raise funds from the financial markets. The amount of fund they wanted to raise, its issue size. Then when this issue opened, when the subscription was offered, the date is here, and what is the price band of the equity share. Suppose 295, 299, and you want to apply for around 100 shares. So accordingly, you will fill the subscription form, the prospectus, and also you will attach the check of that amount in the name of the company. Fine. And this is what IPO is. IPO is initial public offer, can be FPO also, first time if company is doing it. Okay, so first public offer. Now this was the most popular method which is used by the companies to float their shares in the market. Next method is offer for sale. Here company doesn't approach the public directly. They offer the shares to the intermediaries, like issuing houses or stockbrokers. Investment bankers also do this kind of service, wherein the company will sell all the securities to intermediary at an agreed price, and the broker will resell them to investors at a higher price. Suppose Reliance wants to bring more shares in the market. uh, Reliance is again a known company. This method is usually used by people, those who are inexperienced in bringing up these IPOs, or maybe they are not known name, right? So what they do, the company will sell all its shares to the intermediary for X price, and this intermediary or a broker will resell it to the investor at X plus 10 or 20. He can just book his own profit on each share, right? And this will be his commission or his profit. So this was the second method which we did. offer for sale. Now the next method is private placement, wherein company approaches the institutional investors. That means all the shares are sold to institutional investors or some selected individuals, those who have that kind of money to invest. So they approach these investors, and these investors will buy all the shares from them, right? Or their FDIs also, they are looking good investments proposals. So if investment is the company is promising and they feel yes, the company is going to grow big, yes, they do invest. These days startups, what they look for, they look for private placements only. Now this is the most quick and inexpensive method of raising funds. Why? Because other cost of printing prospectus, advertising, underwriter fees, all these costs does not involve in this method. Okay, so the next method is right issue. Right issue is basically a privilege passed on by the company to its existing shareholders. And you know what happens? Let me give you an example. If you are having 100 shares of, or any amount shares of HDFC Bank, right? So now HDFC Bank wants to float more shares in the market. So it will be done through primary market, right? So first they will offer it to you. Why? Because you are existing customer of shareholder, not the customer, existing shareholder of HDFC Bank. So, and this is offered in the proportion to the number of shares you already possess. Okay, it is decided by the company what should be the ratio. Maybe they can offer one share for every 10 shares what you're holding, and it's up to the shareholder whether he wants to invest or not. So this is the right issue. The next method is EIPOs. EIPOs are used these days. Why? Because of the electronic system and online system of stock exchanges used in this case, and the company wants to raise funds through IPOs with the help of online system. They need to enter into an agreement with the stock exchange. In India, we have two major stock exchange, that is National Stock Exchange and BSE, that is Bombay Stock Exchange. So here SEBI's registered brokers have to be appointed for the purpose of accepting applications and placing orders with the company. So these are the methods of flotation what we just discussed. Now let us see this case study to check whether you have understood this or not. Now this case study talks about a company, Raju Dairy Limited, which was incorporated in 1990 and is one of the leading manufacturers and marketers of dairy-based branded foods in India. In initial years, its operations were restricted only to collection and distribution of milk, but over the years, it gained a reasonable market share by offering a diverse range of dairy products, including fresh milk, flavored yogurt, ice cream, buttermilk, many more. In order to raise capital to finance its expansion plans, Raju Dairy Limited has decided to approach capital market through a mix of offer for sale of rupees 4 crore shares and a public issue of rupees 2 crore shares. Okay, so this is the case study. Now what you have to do in this, name and explain the segment of capital market being approached by the company. So company was doing well, they increased, they expanded, and now they want more money. For more money, they approached the capital market. So it is the first time they are doing it. So which kind of market, which market they will have to tap? Primary market, right? The new shares. Now the next is the identify the new methods of flotation used by the company to raise the required funds. So what they decided, first thing they said, offer for sale. It is clearly mentioned. Offer for sale is the first method, and for 4 crore shares, and public issue of 2 crore. Public issue means offer through prospectus. So these are the two methods used. And then they've asked, give one difference between them. What is the difference? The difference is, in case of issue through prospectus, the company approaches the members of the general public directly by issuing a prospectus, whereas in case of offer for sale, the intermediary approaches the company, right? So this is how you will write. Fine. I hope you have understood this topic. So this is the end of today's class. Thank you.